Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse kitchen. Today I'm making Farmhouse Borscht soup. It's got lots of ingredients and I'm gonna slightly change it. So let's talk about the ingredients. I am going to use 2 beetroot, 1 super large and 1 like sort of medium. Also, I'm going to use some of purple and like normal orange looking carrots. I'm gonna use some fresh dill, some tomatoes. I've peeled the skin off these. I've got some pepper spread from last year and we're going to use this up as an extra flavor as well. I've just defrosted some of our turkey stock. I am using some sauerkraut, what we've made last year, and that was on a pantry shelf. Also using some red onion, garlic. I'm gonna use spices, salt and pepper. Also I'm going to use some freeze-dried leek as well, and some sour cream. Right. Also I'm gonna use meat. I am actually going to use beef. What I have done previously, I have marinated our meat and I've just seared it. So I've put it on a very high heat on both sides of that meat and I've not cooked it. I've only like for maybe 2-3 minutes on each side on high heat, and that will go to our pot. And the first job it's going to be, I'm going to roast this meat separate on, again I'm gonna use some of the ingredients what I've just mentioned, what's going to be in a soup. I'll probably maybe put some potatoes, carrots and a few more ingredients on as a bed, and I'm going to put the meat on the top and I'm going to roast that meat for a good few hours, and that's gonna be part of the soup later on. I have decided to roast most of the ingredients, so I've got my roasting tin layered with parchment paper, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut up, I'm not going to do the onions, I'll do that separate. I'm going to cut up the beetroot, the carrot and the tomatoes, and I'm going to lay it nicely with a bit of oil on the top, salt and pepper, and that can go to the roasting oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Next I'm going to dice some onions. I've already sliced or diced the garlic, and in a separate frying pan with a bit of lard I'm just going to saute the onion and I'm going to add the garlic next. Then when we take all the roasted vegetable out, I'm using a pot and we're going to start to get the things ready. So with all the roasted veggie, roasted tomatoes, beetroot, carrot and then the garlic, also the onion, I'm gonna put it all together. I'm gonna add the freeze-dried leek, then with some stock and the canned sauerkraut, also the pepper spread and the fresh dill, and then I'm going to just cook it nicely together until it starts boiling. We're gonna check for seasoning in case you need anything else. Remember, the meat is nicely marinated, so probably that will give an amazing flavor, put amazing flavor to our soup. And our last thing is we're going to add the sour cream. And I've just made a lovely sourdough bread. I'm also making cheese in a big pot behind us, so I am busy today. If you're interested, you are welcome. Let's make the borscht. I'm going to dice the beetroot first. Put it in this roasting tray along with the carrots. So nice, this carrot. The oil I'm using today, toasted sesame oil, because that's what I've got on hand today. So I'm just going to add probably about 8 tablespoons, and I'm going to give it a good mix, and that can go to a roasting oven. I'm probably gonna leave it there for an hour, because this is quite a lot. So that can go to the oven. The next thing is get the beef ready to this pot. Normal cast iron pot. So I've got the 2 carrots in here. I'm also going to slice 1 onion. I'm gonna add few garlic, and I'm gonna add some celery and some potatoes. Okay, I'm ready to put the meat in. It's already looking and smelling delicious. I'm just gonna put a little bit of, couple of handful of these potatoes around it, like this, and I'm gonna add a little bit of the stock. At this point, maybe a little bit of salt, and that can go to the oven. Not too much, just maybe a little sprinkle. Okay, so the roasted vegetables are now done, and I've put just like a half a cup for this big pot with some lard and the onions, and I'm going to saute this for a few minutes. Add in my garlic, celery and the dill. Okay, we are ready to add some more bits and bobs. This roasted beetroot and carrot can go in. Give it a good stir. And now I'm going to add sauerkraut, what I've made last year and it's been canned, with red cabbages. I'm going to add a little bit of curry leaves, pepper spread, cup of turkey stock, give it a good mix. I'm going to add a few sprinkles of pink Himalayan salt. We'll adjust some more in the end if we need. Same white pepper, and I'm going to add some freeze-dried leek, about a cup. And let's empty this pepper jar. I've got 2 litre water. Oh, it smells gorgeous. I'm just going to add 2 litre water, cover it back up and leave it to it until it comes up to a boil. Okay, I think we are ready. Our borscht soup is done. It's nicely simmering. You can blitz this, make it as a smooth textured soup, or you can leave it as it is, or if you want some more bites to it. And the beef, it's now looking amazing. Look at the juice. I'm going to serve this with crusty sourdough bread. Okay, I think we can dish up. We are gonna eat now, my love.
Okay.
Why, the soup is ready. It is looking and smelling delicious. And with the bread. Bon appetit!